Hello, everyone. This is PHTV4. I'm Sue Jankowski, and we are at the library. And again, we are actually at the library, and I'm really excited today because I am going to learn a whole bunch of new things, and so are you. We are in the Fab Lab, and we are with some great people who are going to do a little demonstration and explanation for you to kind of start thinking about coming on in and enjoying some of these creative opportunities you have right here in our library. So I'd like to introduce you to Mary Kate. Mary Kate, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Mary Kate, what's your job here at the library?
I am one of the youth and teen librarians.
That's good. What do you enjoy most about your job?
I really love working with the kids and especially doing all the creative things in here that I get to do with tweens and teens.
Oh, that is really fun. It's like, you're kind of playing with them, and that makes it really fun. And Mary Kate, how long have you been here?
I've been here for 3 years.
Perfect. Wonderful. Okay, I've got a familiar face for you because Matt has been with us many, many times at the library. So you don't have to introduce yourself. You're Matt.
Yes.
Matt, why don't you explain again what your job is here?
Well, I am the head of public services, which means I run the adult department and do a lot of stuff up here in the Fab Lab.
Kind of jack of all trades, here and there.
There's a lot of other duties as assigned that I take care of.
Good, thank you. And I think this is a familiar face to you, too. This is Jesse Blazek, our library director. Jesse, how long have you been here at the library?
Yeah, I've been here 10 and a half years.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
What do you enjoy about your job here at the library?
I like, sort of like Matt said, my job is kind of all duties as assigned, so I get to do a little bit of everything. I work with every department, I work with the board, I work on big projects and small projects, and I like the variety of the job.
That sounds great. It sounds like this is a great job. If you're looking for a future occupation, they have nothing but good things to say, and they are very helpful and wonderful here at the library. So today, Mary Kate is going to demonstrate a machine called the Cricket. And, I always think of a cricket as a chirping little insect. Well, this isn't even really spelled that way. And she's going to let us know how it works. What did we do with it? I guess first explain that. What kinds of things do you make with a Cricket?
So the Cricut is a cutting machine. So it's a craft cutter. So it works with paper, it works with vinyl, heat vinyl and permanent vinyl, and you can make a bunch of different things. You can make mugs, personalized t-shirts, you can make paper craft projects. It's really what you want to do with it.
Okay, it's many, and actually you have a few of them here. So I'm going to kind of get out of your way so you can explain, because I see this is some type of Cricut here.
Yes.
And there's one there, so go
Yes.
ahead and
So the
explain that.
Cricut is this machine, and it's what you use to cut the products. And this machine is really all you need to just make simple paper projects. But if you want to make the more complicated projects like t-shirts or mugs, then you need a couple other machines. The first machine is this big guy. This is the AutoPress. Now, for the AutoPress, you do use heat vinyl, which heat vinyl, once you cut it out on the Cricut, you have to weed it, which means it's cut out and it's very hard to see. So you have these tools and you peel it off like so. Sometimes it can be a little tricky to get started.
Oh, yeah. You need that little tool to do that.
Yes, they're very sharp.
Mm-hmm.
So you peel that off and then you peel the outside.
And where would people get material like that?
You can get them really from any craft store, but you can also get them off of Amazon. We do have vinyl available. I just don't know if we're going to have the color that you would want. So if you have a specific color in mind, I would suggest buying your own or talking to us and seeing if we have it here at the library.
Would we be purchasing that at the library?
Yes, they are available to purchase, but if you only use a small part of it, we do have some scraps that we have that people have donated or that we've used for other projects, and those you are more than willing to use, or if you would like a big piece, however much you use is yours to keep.
Okay.
So
good.
once
Okay.
we have it weeded, we're going to take it over and put it onto our project. And this is going to be in time for the Olympics. And we've got it heated up. You press it down, and this guy really just does all the work for you.
Okay, how long would something like that take to
So
heat up and
it,
work?
to heat up about 5 minutes, but this is only going to take 40 seconds to heat it up, and then once it's cool to the touch, we can peel it off, and your shirt or bag is good to go.
I'm wondering if a lot of crafters out there, you see it like craft shows, if they use this type of thing and they have the whole room full of, equipment that they make things with.
Yes, so this is the biggest one that you can get, but there are more smaller ones that are more handheld that you can use too.
Okay. So what actually are you making? I know it's an Olympic thing, but
So this is a tote bag. Yes, it does kind of pop up on you. So this is a tote bag.
Okay.
And we've got the Olympic symbol with some different sports in there. And we did this as a program for kids, and this was just an extra set that we had.
wow, that is so cool. And then when it cools down, you're going to pull off those
Yep,
plastic pieces.
once they're cool, I think I can actually peel this one right now. So you peel everything off when it's cool to the touch, and your tote bag is ready to go.
That is really cool. And so you can make T-shirts and other things in this type of way. What
Yes.
about this machine over here? I know we don't have time today to actually make the thing, but this is totally a different shape and looks completely different.
Yes. So this is a mug press, and there are a couple different ways to make mugs, but this is the way to make sure that your mug design is dishwasher safe.
Oh, that is important.
Yes.
Great. So you can come in. Some of these projects, before we got started today, some of these projects do take a little while, so they're not instantaneous. For example, making a mug.
Yes. To make a mug, you have to put it in the machine, and it takes about 7 minutes in the machine, and then you have to make sure the mug is totally cool to the touch before removing your design.
Okay, well, that's pretty quick. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
No. How do you get ideas? Like I see, there's things here, but how do you get that little gnome there? I mean, because we're not drawing these things.
Yes, so a lot of it is we go to Pinterest. We also use the Cricut Design Space, which has a lot of different projects pre-made. As long as you have the account or you purchase the project, you are good to go. You can also upload and make your own as well.
Okay. Endless ideas out there.
Pretty
Or
much.
from your own head. Okay, anything else you want to tell us about the Cricut machines?
No, it's just kind of whatever you want to do is let's see how creative you can get. We've done Taylor Swift things, we've done Stranger Things, we've done Wicked. It's kind of whatever we think of, we try and find something for everyone.
Great. And if someone were to come in, there would be someone here to help them, guide them through at least a time or two before they can feel confident about doing it.
Yes, so for our appointments, if you want to have a pre-appointment before you get started on the project, because our appointments are only an hour long, we can have multiple appointments. So if you're like, I just need help sizing it and getting it ready, we can set up an appointment for that. And then we can also have an appointment where we actually make what you want to make.
So you can go both ways, make it yourself or get a lot of help from the staff here at the library. Just make an appointment so that they are available. Thank you so much, Mary Kate.
No problem.
All right. Well, now we're going to move on to, I don't know, Matt, would you like to come in and tell us about this, which is your 3D printer?
That is correct. This is the 3D printer. What it does, it makes plastic objects. So using spools of what is called filament, plastic filament, it goes in, heats up, and then based on whatever design you want, it kind of just spits out the plastic into little layers, and it ends up looking like all this stuff up here. So, we can make this little octopus, which...
And it has like joints
Yeah,
with it.
and this comes out printed like this. You don't need to put it together. These things they're very hardy. We've had kids at events kind of take them and throw them on the floor and the ground, and they're fine. So,
Wow.
so yeah, you can make things kind of little knickknacks like this, Sometimes people find files to replace parts that they have that have broken, like a little gear on a sewing machine or something. So it can be practical and fun.
I mean, this is amazing. You've got a whole head of a dinosaur here.
Yeah, some kind of dragon or dinosaur head.
Something, and then you've got this, like, the little fidget kind of things, and.
Yeah.
and, I mean, it's really remarkable when you think about it that a 3D printer could do that. How long does something like this take?
So that's the thing with 3D printer. With our other machines in here, usually we have an hour-long appointment. People can get done whatever they need to get done. With the 3D printer, it can take, so we have these little mini robot men. Those take about 25 minutes to do.
Okay, so you can
but
get something done in
something.
25 minutes.
But most things will take at least an hour, usually multiple hours. Sometimes something like that head, that'd probably take up to a day. So it's not very fast. So with this, instead of having people come in for appointments, we usually handle it by email. So we'll say, you can email us a design. We will tell you what colors we have available, and then we'll say, okay, it's going to take this long. We'll plug it in, and we'll let you know when it's ready to pick up.
Okay, so then if something takes hours and hours and hours, this could be going all night.
It could.
Yeah, so it's fine to just leave these things,
Yeah.
cooking all night long.
That's
Okay.
right.
All right. Now, I'm assuming there is some sort of fee for this too, because you do use materials, and that is not free.
Correct. Yeah. For for the Cricut, the Glowforge, people are welcome to bring in their own supplies, and if they don't have supplies, usually we sell them at cost. We're not making any money off of
Right.
it. But people generally don't have plastic filament sitting around, so our software will tell us how much it's going to cost, and it's not expensive. Like I would say the highest I've ever seen something is $5. Usually, we've had people come in and print, cases for little mini computers and things. It's like 70 cents.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay, so it's very affordable.
inexpensive,
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay.
And yeah, we'll tell you that too when you send in your file. The way to get files, usually there's this website called Thingiverse.com, and that has a lot of free files where you can just search for something. Usually a lot of results will pop up. You pick the one you like, send it over. You can also buy files off of Etsy if you don't find something you want on Thingiverse. So there's a couple different options. If you're really good at 3D modeling and using 3D modeling software, you could design your own. But usually, we tell people look at Thingiverse.
Okay, so the thing is to call or email in here, talk about what your plan is, and then you'll communicate, like, what do you need, when should you come, and so on. In case people are kind of a little more unfamiliar with this, you can kind of direct them a little bit.
Correct, yeah.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Matt. I love it. I love this. I really like this little guy because
It's fun.
he dangles. Yeah, it's fun. All right, one more. We got Jesse over here across the room in our wonderful Fab Lab. And Jesse, this is quite a large machine here, and it is called the Glowforge. And we've had it here at the library for some time.
Yeah, the friends bought this for us in 2022, 21, something like that. And it's been here ever since. It gets quite a bit of use. And it's a really cool machine. All these machines are pretty cool. This is maybe my favorite.
Yeah.
Because it uses lasers.
That's fun.
So the Glowforge is a laser cutting tool. It's kind of similar to the Cricut in that the Cricut cuts on paper. This cuts in all kinds of materials. It can cut paper, it can cut wood, it can also engrave things, which is pretty cool. So there's a lot you can do with this. And like I said, does it all with lasers, which is kind of cool and futuristic.
So in order to be able to use this and use a laser, I would think you need a little bit of schooling on this and maybe someone helping you.
Yeah, so similar to all these machines, there are hobbyists out there who have knowledge of 3D printing and Cricut and just don't have the machine. And so they'll send us the G-code file for the 3D printer all ready to go, and that's great. For people who don't have that familiarity, obviously staff has a lot of training on how to use all these machines. So like the Cricut Design Space, the 3D printing, getting things from Thingiverse and converting them into printing files. Glowforge has its own website where you can both design on its website or you can upload designs for it and then send it through to the printer. But one of the things that I think is so cool about all these machines is it's a complicated machine that's not that complicated to use. So you do the work on the computer, you put your material in, close the lid, turn it on, and it just does the job.
Wow.
So whatever you programmed in the computer for it to do, it's going to do it for you. And it's kind of fail safe. So it does the cutting, does all the laser work with the lid closed, all the fumes get sucked into our filter down there. If at any point the lid is opened or anything seems to be invading the space, it'll shut down immediately. So it's very safe.
Okay, so this big hole opening here is where you put your materials.
Yeah. So you can use all kinds of materials. We have lots of different kinds of wood. You would just take your piece, set it on the bed, do the work in the computer to tell it, hey, here's my material, here's my design, close the lid, hit the button, and it
there you
makes
go.
your thing. And it can do all kinds of cool stuff, really intricate designs. We've got these little coasters.
I mean, that is amazing. It's so intricate.
The detail is phenomenal.
It
So
is.
it did all the cuts. This is a similar piece of wood to that. It's an eighth of an inch thick. It can cut 1/4 inch and whatnot. It can also do designs on the surface of. Kind of see this little pencil box has an engraving on the surface as well. So the laser, you modulate the power. You tell it whether you want it to cut or you want it to engrave on the surface, and it changes kind of the power setting so it doesn't cut all the way through for this. It can do a variety of materials. I played around with like some old book covers.
Wow.
I love our Palos Heights map here,
I mean, that's
which is a
amazing.
multi-layered project. And yeah, similar to other machines, if you have an idea of something you'd like to do, like we've had people engrave cutting boards to give out as gifts.
Yeah, that's nice.
Just talk to our staff, and we can set up the project, help you figure out how to get it into the Glowforge software so that it'll work, and then come in for an appointment and get it done. The Glowforge is certainly faster than the 3D printer, probably similar in time to the Cricut cutting. A big project will probably take over an hour. But many
It's not so long.
many projects are well under an hour. 10 minutes for a small project, maybe half an hour for the average.
And I've seen some things that have come out of here that are like a plaque for someone, like, it looks like on glass or metal. You've done that sort of thing.
Yeah, so it can cut wood. It also does really well with acrylic. Here, got a little. Just an acrylic coaster.
Oh, yeah.
So it can both cut and engrave acrylic. So the plaques that I love making those plaques. They're just a piece of acrylic that has a backing on it, and when you cut or etch away the backing, you can see through it. So it looks like this great picture on
It really
on a
does.
piece of acrylic.
Yeah,
So,
I've seen it. I mean, it looks beautiful.
Yeah, I love those.
You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of like old time wood burning, only it's like really nice. It's like you etched in something, but wood burning was always kind of, rudimentary.
Yeah, it is. It's a high-tech version of that kind of
wood
wood
burning.
burning.
Yeah,
A
exactly.
little less of an art, but also maybe a little safer.
Yeah, totally, yes. So again, an appointment is needed for this, to be able to come and use it, make sure it's available, make sure there's materials, make sure you know what to do. So it's just a simple request as far as an email or a phone call.
So, like Mary Kate said, probably the best place to start with the Glowforge project is with a phone call or an email, and we do kind of a pre-appointment before we schedule the work in the lab, so that we can do the computer work behind the scenes. And the appointments themselves for the machines can be made online too, through our website or by phone or email or however people want to come to us.
Lots of ways to make it happen. Okay. And the Fab Lab is upstairs in the youth and teen area, too. And it's kind of, in the corner, you'll find it, or someone will direct you to it. And I'm assuming for the most part, this is a locked room because you have the little ones right outside.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't want them coming in here unsupervised.
Right, that's right. Usually we keep the room locked, but if anybody wants to come in and take a look around, just ask staff at the youth services desk, and we'll be happy to, let you in and show you what's going on.
Well, that's the thing, too. You can come in and kind of walk around so you can see what we've shown you today, but, you get kind of maybe a better visual. Thank you so much, Jesse, for showing us that, and Mary Kate and Matt, thank you so much for bringing this to our viewers. I hope you take advantage of this now. We talk about it a lot, and it's right here for the taking and for your fun and adventure. You can, bring your child in here or your grandchild, and maybe the two of you could make a project together at some time. That would be fun. Anything else we should know before we go?
One other small thing that I think is a lot of fun, we have our button makers over here too, which
that is fun.
we have all the materials, the backs, the fronts. You print out, whatever design you want to put on a button, cut it out, put it in our little button maker, and walk away with buttons. Who doesn't love a fun button?
Oh, yeah, it's somebody's birthday or something.
Yeah.
You want to have birthday girl or boy on there,
Exactly.
or Taylor Swift. That is awesome. And I see 3 different ones. Do they do 3 different things?
It's basically the same thing, just a couple different models we've updated over the years.
And this seems pretty easy.
It
to
is.
do.
It's very
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
And a lot of fun, I think.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that out. All right. Thanks for watching our demonstration today, and we'll talk to you again in a moment. Before we wrap up today's show, I thought I'd get you some exciting things that are happening in February and March. First, I want to mention Canopy. This is a digital streaming service like Netflix, but this is free for Palos Heights patrons. It has movies, documentaries, and TV shows. You can watch it from your computer, phone, or tablet. It can stream to Roku and Amazon Fire and most smart TVs. If you check your Page Turner newsletter for January and February, you'll find the directions right on the cover. And who doesn't appreciate free things? In the same space, on this Page Turner newsletter, you can find the Palace Project. This is an app where ebooks and audiobooks are available. You can still use Libby and the Palace Project so that you can have access to the full range of available items. For both of these, you will need your library card number and your PIN to log in. And if you have some questions about Canopy or the Palace Project, I know the staff here at the library are very willing to help you figure it all out. There are many adult events that happen every month for you to choose from and enjoy, or you may want to enjoy all of the choices. I'm going to just mention a few. You have the opportunity for your newfound knowledge about the Cricut machine, and on February 12th at 7 p.m. you can make your own miniature lantern. It's February, and that means love stories. This one is history. It's called The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. This is Wednesday, February 18th at 7 p.m. Last, I want to mention a concert. The Blues with Fruitland Jackson. This fan favorite, award-winning blues musician returns to the library for an hour of acoustic blues music. This is Thursday, February 26th at 6:30 p.m. Please register for this as soon as possible. Register ahead for all of these programs so you're sure to have a place when you arrive. Youth events are plentiful also, so I'll just mention a few. Make Valentine cards for ages 2 to 5 on Monday, February 9th at 10 a.m. Or if you're in grades K through 3, create Valentine creatures on February 10th at 4 p.m. Winter games for K through 3 take place on February 17th at 4 p.m. And those winter games will be played inside. There are many story hours for all ages to enjoy, and they're listed in your Page Turner or on the website. I don't want to leave out Tween and Teen Corner because there's some great opportunities for them too. And I'd like to mention that teens can volunteer in the library. You just have to drop in at the Youth and Teen Desk and pick up a form to learn about volunteering. The Friends of the Library have their semi-annual book sale. It starts Friday, January 30th, which is sneak preview night for current Friends members. You must have joined the Friends before January 30th to be eligible to shop that evening. Then Saturday, January 31st, the book sale is open from 9 to 3. Sunday, February 1st, the book sale is open from 1 to 4. And Monday is the bag sale. That's a favorite of everybody's. That's on February 2nd, and it's from 9 to 12. The charge is $7 per bag. You can fill a bag that we provide for just $7. The fee to join the Friends of the Library is $5 for an individual and $10 for the family. All funds go to the library to purchase items that the library otherwise would not have. One more thing. The Friends of the Library invite you to their third meeting of A Novel Idea. 3 of our wonderful staff members will present great authors that you may not have heard about before. Mark your calendar for March 11th at 2 p.m. in the Cozy Adult Reading Room. And thanks for watching us at PHTV4. I'm Sue Jankowski. Pick up a good book and read. Thanks for watching. Bye.